Why is it that a single, sharp remark from a stranger can ruin a perfectly golden morning? Why does a cold look from someone you love stay with you for days, like a heavy shadow you just can't shake? If you're listening to this, perhaps you felt it too. That exhaustion in your chest, not the kind of tired that comes from a long day's work, but a weariness of the soul. You feel like a victim of everyone else's mood, everyone else's bitterness. You wonder why your heart feels so crowded and so heavy. My friend, if you feel like you are sinking under a weight you didn't ask for, stay with me here on the porch today. By the end of our time together, I want to share a quiet, simple practice with you, a way to release those burdens before you close your eyes tonight. I call it the evening current. It is a way to reclaim your peace. Today, I want to tell you a story about a man named Silas. It is a story about how we unknowingly sink our own peace, and more importantly, how you can finally learn to let the water carry the weight that was never yours to hold. Silas was a man of the water. He had a sturdy little rowboat, and he spent his days on a vast, mirroring lake. To Silas, his boat was his sanctuary, a place of quiet and order. One morning, as he rode through the mist, a piece of jagged, rotting driftwood floated by a fragment of debris thrown into the water by a storm far upstream. Most would have let it pass. But Silas, he felt a strange, heavy tug in his chest. This doesn't belong here, he thought. It's ugly. It's an insult to my lake. He reached out, his muscles straining, and pulled the heavy, wet log onto his boat. It was covered in slime and smelled of decay, but he gave it a place at his feet. As the sun rose higher, he found more. A small, sharp branch representing a neighbor's passing judgment. A thick, waterlogged trunk, the weight of a sun's cold silence. Each time something offended the peace of his lake, Silas took it personally. He believed that by pulling these logs onto his boat, he was somehow managing them, controlling them. But by late afternoon, the light had changed, and so had his boat. The wood he had collected sat in a dark, tangled pile. The boat sat so low in the water that every small ripple threatened to spill over the sides. Silas was no longer rowing. He was struggling just to stay afloat. His back was bent, his hands were blistered, and he could no longer see the beauty of the shore. He was sinking under the weight of things that weren't even his to carry. Just as the water began to lap at his boots, he passed a small wooden dock. An old woman sat there, mending a net. She looked at his sinking craft and called out softly,
"Silas, why is your boat full of rot?"
"I'm carrying what the lake gave me!" he shouted back, his voice cracked with exhaustion. The woman didn't look up from her net. She simply said,
"The lake didn't give you those logs, Silas. The lake was trying to wash them away. You are the only one who stopped them from floating past."
For a long moment, Silas stood in silence. The words of the old woman hit him harder than any storm. He looked at his blistered hands and then at the dark, rotting pile at his feet. He realized a truth that most people go a lifetime without ever learning. Your peace is a sanctuary, but you are its only gatekeeper. In the ancient philosophy of the Stoics, there is a concept called the inner citadel. It is a fortress within your mind that no one, no neighbor, no stranger, no ungrateful child can enter unless you open the door. When someone is unkind, that is their storm. It belongs to their sky. It is their driftwood. When you get angry, when you dwell on their words, you are essentially reaching into the cold water and pulling their rot into your sanctuary. You think you are fighting back, but in reality, you are only sinking your own boat. The person who spoke that harsh word, they have already moved on. They are likely sleeping soundly tonight. But you are staying awake, clutching the very log that is dragging you down. You are giving your power away, one reaction at a time. True strength isn't found in how much you can carry. It is found in the wisdom of knowing what to leave behind. Before you leave the porch today, I want to give you the gift I promised, a small ritual to reclaim your boat. I call it the evening current. Tonight, As the sun dips below the horizon and the world grows quiet, find your favorite chair. Sit for just 1 minute. Close your eyes and visualize your day not as a series of problems, but as a river flowing past you. Look for the driftwood, that sharp word from a coworker, that cold look in the grocery store, that old regret that resurfaced at lunch. Don't judge it. Don't try to fix it. Just see it for what it is: rotting wood that does not belong on your boat. Take a slow, deep breath, and as you exhale, imagine your hands letting go of the edge. Watch that log catch the current and float away into the darkness. Say to yourself softly, "This wood is not my cargo. My boat is for the light." Do this every night, and you will find that you no longer wake up tired from a journey that wasn't yours to make. If this story brought a bit of stillness to your heart today, I invite you to leave a comment below. Perhaps just one word, the one thing you are choosing to let float away tonight. It helps us know we aren't rowing alone. And if you'd like to return to this porch for more silver wisdom, please subscribe and join our community. Thank you for spending these few precious moments with me. Walk lightly, my friend. May your boat be empty of rot, and your heart be full of peace. Until next time.